Recently, I posted this poll asking you guys what color iPod mini I should pick up and do a video about on the channel. Today, this video is made possible entirely by your support. This iPod was purchased using ad revenue from YouTube and the support of the community. So I want to say a big thank you to everybody who made this particular video possible. Let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to get this out of the box and check it out. I picked this up from Elite Obsolete Electronics, the same company that I got this 5th generation cameraless iOS 6 iPod from. Big fan of that website. If you haven't checked them out yet, I am not in any way affiliated with them, just a big fan of what they do for the iPod community. So go check them out if you haven't done so already. But let's get right into this because I'm really excited to check this out. I don't believe, ever seen one of these in person. So I'm really excited to see how this goes. So let's get this thing opened up and check it out. You guys asked for me to get the blue iPod mini, so that's exactly what we did. So here it is. We've got it out of its shipping and it's in this plain white box. So let's go ahead and open it up for the first time and check it out. I'm really excited to see how this thing looks in person, and we'll go ahead and get it open and see what comes in the box. So right here we've just got some packing material, and down here at the bottom, here it is, the iPod mini. These things were super popular back in the early 2000s, like 2004 I want to say is when these started shipping. So we've just got some bubble wrap, which that's always a good time. Here we go. We've got our iPod mini and a 30-pin dock connector. So it's super great. He always ships it with all the stuff you need. And we've got our iPod mini right here. And it's actually super tiny. So this is a 4 GB version of the blue 1st generation iPod mini. So let's see if we can get this out of its plastic wrap and check it out for the first time. I'm super excited to see how this thing looks in person. So we'll go ahead and try to get our hands on it for the first time. Let's see if it shipped with the charge. If it didn't, that is okay too. It looks like it did ship with a charge, which is super awesome. So the iPod mini was replaced by the iPod Nano a year later. You'll see the flash-based media player is quite a bit tinier. Actually, in the time that I have been an iPod collector, this is the very first monochrome iPod I've ever owned. The iPod Nano has always had a color display, so this is the first iPod I've owned pre-color display. So let's go ahead and get this turned on. You'll see that it has the monochrome display, which is, again, the first one I've ever owned. Let's see if we can get this a little bit brighter. Oh, perfect! The backlight was off. That is so much better. So here we're jumping into the iPod mini for the first time. You can see we can jump here into our music and scroll with the click wheel. This is actually the first click wheel. If I'm not mistaken, the iPod mini actually pioneered this style of click wheel.
We had a challenge because we didn't have room for 4 separate buttons on the mini. So when you finish scrolling, you just push it and it just clicks in like this.
So we'll jump in. I've never gone through the extras on one of these. Let's see what we get as far as games on here. I bet this comes with a primitive version of Brick. Oh, look at that. It comes with quite a bit. I didn't realize it came with Solitaire. That's pretty cool. So you've got a version of Solitaire on here. We've got Parachute on here, which I have not actually played before. Of course, an iPod is meant for music, but let's jump down here to extras and see what else comes with it. We've got a clock, so we can jump in here and see the date and time and everything on our clock. We can also jump back out and see that we can sync our contacts. So if we want to, we can sync a contact up with our iPod right here. So it'll give us some instructions on how to do that, to sync it with Microsoft Express, Palm Desktop, some crazy stuff that you don't even have anymore. Then if we jump back here, let's go take a look at a sample contact to see what it would look like. So this is what a sample contact would look like on the iPod. So for a quick comparison's sake, here is the 7th generation Classic, which is the only full-size traditional iPod I have right now, compared to the iPod mini 1st generation. The iPod mini only had 2 generations. Again, this is the 1st generation. Then there was a 2nd generation that can be differentiated by the color matched controls. So the colors on the click wheel would actually match the colors of the body of your iPod. And then after that, it was replaced by the flash-based 1st generation of the iPod Nano. So the Nano line replaced the iPod mini pretty early on, actually. And this iPod was the shortest lived iPod of any of the different iPod versions. Well, there you have it. That is the iPod Mini. This was a quick unboxing of the iPod Mini. If you'd like a more in-depth video talking about the iPod Mini and its short-lived history, leave a comment down below and let me know what you'd like me to talk about next. Hopefully you found this video interesting, and again, I appreciate your support. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button so that you can help make more videos like this one possible in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.